Good morning. This is a what I eat in a day. Let's make some coffee. I woke up with a headache, so I would like some coffee and some medication. That's a great breakfast. As always, I'm starting off with some decaf coffee. I'm in a transition period. Decaf coffee tastes a little different than regular coffee, so I'm trying to find out which one I like and what kind of creamer and stuff, like a little bit healthier creamer that I might like. So I'm trying a few things. I've been trying the nut pods. It's pretty good, but I'm really not liking the way stevia tastes in my coffee. So I got this one. I'm doing limited dairy, so thought I'd try it. But it is quite a lot of sugar. I didn't realize, I should have read the label before bringing it home, because that's gonna be 8 grams of sugar for 1 cup of coffee, which is not ideal. But, you know, maybe I'll do 1 tablespoon of that and some milk or something. First off, some supplements I take probiotic. This is the IC3 Dim. I'm still taking this for flushing out any extra estrogens that I might have. It's basically just made of cruciferous vegetables, so there's no harm in it. And then I have to take inositol, however you want to say it, for PCOS. It just helps with my insulin levels and things like that over time. Got my black coffee here. We're gonna put in a scoop of collagen because I like getting protein first thing in the morning because it takes me a minute to want food. So this gets me protein right away. Got this. This is super, super sweet. So I'm going to try another one that's not so sweet next time. Like, it has a lot of sugar, but it also tastes too sweet for me. So I'm just gonna do one since it is so sweet. And then I'm gonna splash some just plant milk in here. Look at this, got a new fancy little milk frother with its own little holder. Let's give that a try. All right, that's delicious. Hallelujah. Because when I tried 2 of these, it was way too sweet. What I also do first thing in the morning is fill up my big water bottle. I don't ever show that. Whoops. Because it's water. You don't need to see me filling my water bottle. But I do have that next to me, and I drink most of a water bottle on my way to drop off my daughter from school. Yes, I took her in my PJs today. It was one of those mornings with my headache, okay? So I've already had almost a full bottle of water. I'll fill it up again so I can take my meds, and I just keep that with me all day long so I can make sure I get plenty of water throughout the day. I crave water more than I crave other stuff. I might have like a caffeine-free Diet Dr. Pepper or something in the afternoon, but for the most part, I drink 1 cup of coffee, and then the rest of the day, I just drink water, most days. I like to start my leg day with extra carbs, so I like oatmeal. I'm taking half a banana into my bowl and mashing it. You can also slice up the banana and add it at the end, but if you mash it and use it this way, it sweetens it, and it's like in every bite instead of just whatever bite has the giant chunk of banana. So I added 1/3 cup of oats and 2/3 cup of my favorite dairy-free milk. Then I'm just gonna add a pinch of salt and some cinnamon. I ended up adding more cinnamon later because this was obviously very empty. I don't even know that was still in the cabinet. And then a little splash of vanilla. Then I cook it for about 2.5 minutes and pray it doesn't overflow in my microwave. Does anyone else have that problem constantly? It did try to overflow, but I caught it right in time. Added a little bit more cinnamon, and then I added this Motivate protein, the vanilla. I added a whole scoop into my oatmeal. Now, this oatmeal doesn't get very thick in the microwave, so then adding the protein helps thicken it up. But if your oatmeal is thicker than mine, you can always add more almond milk or regular milk to it to get the consistency where you like it. Then I topped it with a little bit of pecans, and here you go. Here's your banana nut oats. About ready to go to the gym. First off, this lip, I just wanted to share it with you because I think it's amazing. It's by e.l.f. It is Hydrating Core Lip Shine. And this is the color Lovely. It is basically like a really comfortable lip balm that has a tint to it, which this is just like a better version of my natural lip color, and it wears off really nicely, and it's very comfortable, and I just keep it in my purse, and no matter like what my makeup looks like that day, this looks good with it. So I just want to give a quick shout out to that. because it's so hydrating and I love it. We are going to the gym, so I am going to have my no stem burn. So this is caffeine free, so I can have it because I'm not doing caffeine, but it has lots of other great things in it that will help me with focus and energy and pump. So yay, it's leg day. I need all the help I can freaking get. So here it is right here. And I have lip gloss on, so probably should get a straw. It tastes like a mango lemonade to me. So, all right, let's go to the gym. If it's not super busy, I'll get some recording in, but if it is busy, I don't like to record when it's busy. So let's go. As always, I started with some stretching and a warm up. Then you can move straight into this 5-minute walk on incline 8 at a speed of 3. Then I did hip thrust and then Romanian deadlifts. If you were wondering, yes, my legs were incredibly sore. Even as I record this now, this voiceover, my legs are still hurting. Then we did some lunges, one side at a time. Don't forget to do both sides, because that would be weird. You'd have one really strong leg and the one like sad leg, and it would just be weird. So don't do that. And I was sweating so hard. My heart rate got up so much during these lunges. Then it was time for these ankle straps. I bought these online for like $13 just so I didn't have to use the gross ones at the gym. But yeah, you just strap them on, and then the metal hooks is where the like weights attach. So I just wanted to show you, if you've never used these, how to use these. So you just put the strip through the little metal hoop, and then you do a little dance. You say there's no place like home and pray you wake up in bed. You don't. So then you just go ahead and get your leg day finished. And then you use this to clip on. This is like the one where you see people do the triceps. Move it all the way to the bottom and then attach it to your ankle like a these. And then we're going to move to the other side too, because you also don't want your butt, one being juicy and one being sad and flat. So, you know, do both sides. And then we're done. Hallelujah, because I was done. And then we ran some errands. So then we went to Taco Casa because it was over there by the errands, and we were starving. So I munched on 3 tacos, and I had 0 regrets, and I was very happy about it. I was also pleasantly surprised that this was 42 grams of protein. That's the best way to get 42 grams of protein ever. Just got back home. We had gone to the gym and then ran some errands. And then since we were still out, we ate lunch, which was delicious. Now I'm home, so I'm going to drink some BCAAs. I am trying a new brand. I've had it a few times. I like it, so I'm going to share it with you. I got this off of Amazon. It is 90 servings. I got it on sale for $30. It's cherry limeade, but they have several flavors. If you like cherry limeades, you'd like this one. It's good, and I like it, and you can't beat that price. But it is a little tart, so I do put 10 ounces of water with it instead of like the 8 ounces, 6 to 8 it recommends. So I fill it up like that first, then come and put the ice in. This just helps recover from workouts, helps me not be so sore. I notice a big difference when I have it and when I don't have it. I'm way more sore when I don't drink this. So I drink BCAAs every single day. When I was finished with my BCAAs, I was ready for a snack. So I munched on this Quest bar. I really like this chocolate chip cookie dough Quest bar. Yum. Now it's time to make a delicious dinner. This is the Buffalo Spice Crispy Chicken Cutlets. This is a HelloFresh recipe, obviously, that I'm just making at home. So I have all my ingredients out and washed, and I have the oven preheated to 425. I have my chicken already pounded out into like thin cutlets. Now this recipe is to serve 4, so I needed 14.5 grams of the Frank's Red Hot seasoning, but I only need 1 teaspoon right now that I'm adding to 4 tablespoons of sour cream, and we're gonna mix this together. Then you're gonna add little bits of water until it gets into a nice drizzle consistency. If it's not there yet, just add a little bit more water until it looks a little bit like this, because you're going to drizzle this on your chicken at the end. We're going to save the rest of that Frank's Red Hot because we're going to put it with the chicken. But first we need to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. Now I'm just now realizing after watching this footage that I only used 1 tablespoon and I was supposed to use 2. So I shorted myself on the butter. Once it's melted, we're going to add our gluten-free panko. You can use regular panko if you'd like, as well as Monterey Jack. It's a ½ cup of each. Then we're going to go in with the rest of that Frank's Red Hot. Yes, it looks like a lot, but it was not overly spicy. A little pinch of salt and then some fresh pepper. We're going to stir these together. Now I realize why mine wasn't as buttery as it should have been, because I should have had another tablespoon of butter. But it actually was delicious, and I did not realize, like, once it was cooked and that cheese was all melty, it didn't taste like it needed more butter. So if you wanted to cut out a tablespoon of butter, you could. Now I'm going to chop all of my potatoes and get them on the stove. This is 24 ounces of the golden potatoes. I think they have a better consistency when you mash them. So you want to get this going because this is going to take a little bit longer than our chicken is to bake. So salt the water and get it on. Now that that is on, we're going to add some salt and pepper to our chicken. Again, these were pounded out so that they're thinner. They'll cook a little faster and they'll cook more evenly because they're all the same thickness. Now just scoop on that breadcrumb mixture onto each one, getting a nice coat on each chicken breast. Then you're going to use your hands to firmly press this into the chicken. You want this to become a crust on top of the chicken. Like I said, when that cheese melts, it really does make it this nice crispy crust. It is so delicious. Now we're going to bake that on 425 for about 15 to 18 minutes. Now I didn't realize I forgot to record me doing the green beans. This is just a 12-ounce bag of green beans that I tossed with avocado oil, salt, and pepper. That's it, and it goes. Like I said, 15 to 18 minutes. I checked mine at 17, and it probably could have been pulled out a minute sooner. These green beans are absolutely delicious. Now that these potatoes are cooked through and they're fork tender, I'm going to scoop out a little over half a cup of the water. This is going to help thin it out without adding any extra calories later. So we're going to drain those potatoes and then get our butter in. I'm using 2 tablespoons. I'm going to let that melt. Meanwhile, I'm adding 1 tablespoon to the green beans, and I'm tossing them to let the butter melt with those hot green beans. I accidentally got distracted with the green beans and then now made browned butter, aka burnt butter, but don't do that. Add your scallions. We're going to add whites here, and we're going to save the greens for later. This was 2 scallions that I had chopped up. Now we're adding our potatoes, 4 tablespoons of sour cream, and then about the half a cup of that water we took from the potatoes. We're going to mash it. If these are not smooth enough, you can add more of that water. That's why we took more than we wanted, just in case we needed it. These were browned butter potatoes. They weren't bad, but don't burn your butter. Add those little scallions to the top of your potatoes. Drizzle that delicious buffalo sour cream deliciousness over. And then here's the interesting part that you think maybe you don't want to do, but you actually do want to do. It really does make a big difference. It's a little drizzle of honey. Here it is, crispy buffalo chicken with mashed potatoes and green beans. So delicious. So nutritious. That plate there had 31 grams of protein. We just got back from a 3-mile walk, and it is 9 o'clock at night. So I am going to have this ratio yogurt, 25 grams of protein. This means I hit my protein goal for the day. And I'm about 2150 on calories. I will show you right now. So I make sure I hit my protein goal and my fiber goal each day. And I kind of ignore the carbs and the fat. And I just let them fall where they may. Trying to be smart. I'd rather go over on my fat than my carbs. And we were able to do that. So I went over on my protein, over on my fiber. I was well within that carb range. And you can see there I hit 2144 calories. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed till now, please hit that subscribe button, the like button. Show me some love. I appreciate y'all so much, and I'll see y'all next time.